Hey guys, Josh here again with Windy City, back with another episode of Preventative Maintenance Contracts, Everything PMs. Alright, I think this is probably going to be the last video in the series because I got a lot of other ones that I'm excited to move on to, so stay tuned to see what those are. But this topic is something that I want to focus on. It is really the thing that brings this all together for a service company, or a technician if you're a one-man show, or if you're just breaking in, whatever. But this week I want to talk about how exactly to remain profitable on PMs, because in my early episodes in this actual playlist, I talked about how easy it is to not make money on PMs, all right, to not be profitable, to even lose money, when you're performing these PMs with all these different companies driving the prices way down, and with low prices comes low quality, right? And you don't want to be one of those companies. You want to keep that quality, but you still want to remain profitable. So how do you do that? And I will tell you this right now: time limits. Time limits, time limits, time limits. And I know some of you are going to disagree with me on this, which is fine, but let me finish first at least. Yes, there are some PMs that you have to spend more time on than usual. And yes, sometimes during the first PM, you will have to do a little bit more work and maybe break even, but you never want to lose money. I hate when people say that you have to expect to lose money on the first PM. No. So here's the trick. The very first PM isn't a PM at all. The first PM is an initial inspection, okay? This is a time and material billable, basically service call, where you have somebody, not a PM technician, go in and assess the condition of the equipment. And then you quote out or recommend, however your workflow designates, what needs to be done before you will implement this PM. So that includes bringing equipment up to specifications, or extensive cleaning that wouldn't be done on a PM that needs to be done beforehand, and you can take as much time as you need. And you need to explain this to the customer that, look, this first trip is not a PM, it's an inspection, and we have to charge for it. We charge for our time, we charge for our knowledge. That's why you hire us. Okay, that's what we know, and how, and what we tell you and how to apply it is why you give us any money in the first place. So, very first trip, time and material, bill out all the hours that you spent on that job, put through all the quotes, all the recommendations, and then go through those quotes before you send them, and indicate to the customer which ones are required before you will start this PM. Okay, say you have to do this to this piece of equipment. This one is okay. This one's borderline, but we'll let it slide. You don't need to do this one, but you have to do this, this, and this. Okay, bring all that equipment up to your specifications, so you set the expectations first, and then you know exactly what you're getting into. All right, so make sure you do that, and then once you start the PM, once you actually start doing all of this, is when you set your time limits. All right, and then because you already know what you're walking into, you already know what you're getting, now you can put a time limit on it, and now you can control how much time you spend on each piece of equipment. Diagnostics, extensive diagnostics above and beyond the PM. Extensive cleaning, which should have been done beforehand, above and beyond the PM. There are going to be certain circumstances, parts and things like that, above and beyond the PM. And it's just, that's the way it is. That's the way that you remain profitable. And as long as this is communicated up front to your customer, you probably won't have a problem. Okay, and if they don't like it, if they don't think it's fair, do your best to explain it to them. Look, the only way that we make money is if we charge for our time, and then what are they really going to say to that? No, that's too much, or no, that's not how it works. Well, with all due respect, if they don't think that's how it works, then maybe you shouldn't be doing business with them in the first place. Okay, so anyway, that's it seems simple. I know, simple, stupid, but it works. It's true. Each piece of equipment or each total PM has a time limit. You know exactly what you're getting, you know exactly what you're spending, and you know exactly what you're charging. Okay, so always mind the bottom line. Always take into account filters, cleaning materials, overhead, and payroll. All right, and when I say overhead, I'm completely anal about this. I include every little thing to determine my overhead. I mean, you're talking insurances, vehicle repair, communication devices, office staff, computers, office phones. I mean, everything. Maybe I'll do another video on how to properly calculate overhead. But take that all into account, figure out what you're going to spend so you know what to charge. And then you'll be profitable every time. All right? So, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in to this this new PM series. That's where I'm going to leave it. That's where I'm going to conclude it. If I missed something or there's something else you want to see or you want me to add another video, please comment below, shoot me an email, give me a call, let me know so I can show you what you want to see. All right? Also, like I said before, got a new podcast. Make sure to subscribe to that. Link is below. Same thing with the newsletter. A lot of fun stuff happening in 2018. So stay tuned. We'll see you around, and thanks again.